So, welcome to Saturday's weekly mindfulness program. There are, well, a little bit of confusion about, not for many people, that what are the means for meditation and what are not the means which our mind consider that will help us succeed in mindfulness. There are a lot of stuff. And every master has explained differently, but I'll pick up a couple of points. Normally, people ask me what book I should read to study to understand mindfulness. So, normally, that intention is an attitude of scholarship. Let me understand intellectually without doing the practice. So, this is not the means to succeed in mindfulness. It has to be understood with reference to the 3 points: Shravanam, listening, learning, or studying the topic. Then we have to contemplate and reflect. So, that contemplation and reflection should lead us to conviction and the purity of the mind. Normally, we say the contemplation on the principle leads us to conviction, and the reflection removes the doubt, and followed by the practice. Yeah, I just want to bring in a couple of things that you may need to be aware of in order to reach to the higher state. Normally, a lot of people are doing sacrifices, performing rituals. No, not required. No ritual, no sacrifices are required in the journey of. Some people say, oh, I have a personal God and let me pray the God. That will help me succeed in mindfulness. Masters categorically denies when we go into the higher practices of meditation. Study is important. It should be focused, but with reference to contemplation and reflection. Now, one point the master makes, we normally go to yoga classes and we remember a ritual namaste. So here the master says that whether you are performing the ritual, praying to the God, what is the most important? The word is used Mangala Charan. That means we have to create an auspicious moment for undertaking the journey of meditation. And what is that auspicious moment? Our ego, including the intellect and the mind, always like to perceive the objects of the world. So they named it that we have to keep aside our ego. That is why we say namaste to the teacher, but not to the teacher. There is a catch in it. That you are doing namaste to your own self. So the mind must keep aside all the information and all the sense of attachment at the time of doing meditation. So we are covering, in short, what are the means to succeed and what are not the means to succeed. Then, in one of the text, the master says the outer wealth cannot help us. Yeah, you may pay the fees to me and then you learn it, but still, the outer wealth is not the cause to succeed if we are attached to it. At the same time, the master says, oh, I'm a very good person, I'm doing so many good work. I have one student here in Arizona, and she is obsessed with doing good to others with the hope that I will succeed in mindfulness. It is important. So, what happens? Doing good work for others helps us to purify the mind. That will help us succeed in mindfulness. But good work alone is not enough. No, no, she says that, we have to help others. I said, I'm a very selfish person. I don't help anyone. Not interested. Not interested. So keep the mind very clear. Doing good work, it is an aid to meditation and mindfulness. Now, as the master goes deeper, I close my eyes so I have lot of thoughts. The mind is wandering. Where the mind is wandering? You see that contemplation and reflection? The mind is obsessed, habituated to see the objects of the world through the sense organs. And the sense organs are the instrument of knowledge to know the world outside. It is not required in meditation. So, what the master says, become aware of it. That whether the thoughts are coming or not coming, relationship to the objects of the world, let them come and go. Because that is not your cup of tea. That's how we say, that's not my cup of tea. Oh, okay, mine. So, what will happen? Here is a catch, another way to understand it. How do you see me? My name and the shape. It is the sense organ as an instrument of knowledge through which you know the image is reflecting on your screen. So, what happens, very important, once you understand that, the meditation becomes a play and fun. When we see the objects of the world, it is gross or the physical mind. Now, see that how do you see the breath? Do you see the breath? You say, yes, I feel the breath. I know the breath is going in and out. So it is the subtle mind. Now it is not the physical mind that perceives through the sense organ. It is the subtle mind. You will say, no, I feel the sensation of touch. That is also from the sense organ. You are right. So what about the subtler mind? How do you see the thoughts? How do you know that the thoughts is there in the mind? Subtler mind. Now you are moving beyond the thought. It is the subtlest mind. So, what is the journey of meditation, if I say so? You move the mind from outside to inside, means you are making the mind subtle, subtler, subtlest. We have a very famous phrase in when you meet masters in the Himalayas. They say, where the needle works, the Caesar cannot. So they have a reference that the subtle mind only succeeds in meditation. What is that subtle mind? It has a subtle perception. So there is a physical perception through the sense organs. There is a perception of the breath. There is a perception of the thoughts. And then there is a perception beyond. Only the needle works there. I'm quoting another reference, another point, and then we will start our journey.